A bell sounds not to announce anything, just loud enough to bend footsteps and make hands pause mid-motion. People crowd a narrow space without speaking, eyes adjusting routes, early bodies yielding inches at a time as if the ground itself expects cooperation. A single lamp flickers on its light, catching damp stone and polished metal, while someone lingers at the edge longer than the space seems to allow. Still, stone meets water at the river's edge. The surface moves without pause. Light shakes on the walls. Footsteps pass behind you. No one slows for arrival. Boats slide past loaded low. Wood taps stone. Ropes scrape. Voices overlap without greeting. The river carries sound sideways. People cross paths without looking. Hands are already occupied. Eyes stay level or down. Movement feels assumed. The street tightens away from the water. Stone turns uneven underfoot. Mud clings near the curb. Shoes lift higher without thought. A cart leans into the crowd. Bodies bend around it. No words mark the adjustment. Shutters open along the wall. Goods appear in practiced order. Fabrics hang just clear of passing shoulders. A bell rings somewhere above. No one searches for it. A doorway gathers people briefly. They pause without stopping. Coins pass hand to hand. Voices rise and fold back in. The air smells of damp wood and of food warming nearby. Someone waits near the wall. Someone else steps around them. Waiting happens at the edge. The center keeps moving. The sound thickens near the crossing. Footsteps stack closer together. Water narrows under stone. A guard stands where paths converge. Uniform fabric breaks the crowd. Eyes adjust their route early. Hands pull items closer. Movement slows without stopping. No sign explains the change. The bridge accepts the flow. Beyond the crossing, the space opens. Stone aligns more evenly. Voices spread thinner. Footsteps separate into rhythm. Buildings hold their distance. Windows look outward from above. Light settles without glare. People walk straighter here. They pass without brushing. Some slow without reason. A figure watches from a balcony. Below, movement continues unmarked. Distance softens the noise. The same bell reaches here later. Its echo fades quicker. The square holds symmetry quietly. Water sits still at its center. No one enters it. Paths curve around the edge. At the far side, the street compresses again. Sound presses inward. Vendors lean forward slightly. Goods touch the air. Smells layer without order. Spices cut through damp stone. Paper rustles. Metal rings once. Hands reach and withdraw. Two people cross the same space differently. One moves through, one stops short. Their paths never meet. Above them, a window opens, a cloth shakes dust into the air. No one looks up. The river reappears between buildings. Its width resets the eye. Boats wait against the tide. Men sit without speaking. They watch the water more than each other. Time pools here. Movement resumes in bursts. A narrow lane pulls inward. Light thins quickly. Sound drops to footsteps and breath. Walls lean closer. Hands brush stone by accident. Someone steps aside without asking. Another slips past. The exchange stays silent. Inside a back room, paper scratches. Quills move steadily. Coins line up in rows. Numbers form and vanish. The door opens briefly. Noise rushes in. It leaves again. Outside, the street swells toward midday. Voices stack higher. Bells mark nothing specific. They still change pace. People adjust without knowing why. Movement finds its lanes. A market threshold thickens the air. Bodies cluster near the edge. No one stands in the middle. Someone waits with eyes lowered. Someone else scans faces. Transactions happen fast here. Lingering draws attention. A church spire cuts the sky. Its shadow slides across shops. The bells sound heavier now. Some pause mid-step. Others continue unchanged. The sound passes through them. Further on, the street widens. Shops grow taller. Windows reflect each other. Footsteps soften. Money changes hands more quietly. Eyes lift more often. A carriage passes. People step back without signal. The space clears briefly, then closes again. Dust hangs for a moment. Near the river gate, movement tightens. Once more, a line forms without being named. People face the same direction. They do not speak. Weight shifts from foot to foot. Hands rest on bundles. Eyes track the opening ahead. The gate opens. The line dissolves into flow. No one looks satisfied. No one looks surprised. Afternoon light flattens color. Stone warms under touch. Shadows shorten, noise steadies into hum. The city feels practiced now. In a square farther west, the air feels lighter. Leaves move above head height. Gravel crunches softly. Voices drop. Steps slow without instruction. People sit apart here. They face outward. Conversation thins to fragments. Time stretches. Nothing demands attention. At the edge of the square, a narrow street pulls back inward. The contrast arrives without warning. Sound rushes up again. Movement thickens. The body adjusts quickly. A shopkeeper rearranges goods for the third time. Each placement faces the street. Each adjustment anticipates passing eyes. Near the river, evening begins to press in. Light softens across water. Boats shift against their ropes. Voices drop in pitch. Movement slows slightly. A guard changes stance. The gate remains open. Rules feel heavier without being seen. Someone leans against a railing. They watch the water. They do not signal anyone. They stay longer than necessary. Lamplight appears one by one. Each glow holds a small circle. Darkness fills the space between. Footsteps choose the light instinctively. In the lane, the air cools faster. Smells linger longer. Sound thins to echoes. Doors close, others stay open. Inside a tavern, voices rise briefly. Laughter breaks, then settles. Mugs meet wood. The door swings once more. Outside, the street keeps its pace. No celebration takes over. No silence fully arrives. Near the bridge, water reflects lamplight in broken lines. Movement continues across stone. People cross without looking down. The square holds its shape in the dark. Windows glow unevenly. The basin reflects nothing clearly. The final bell rings. Some pause, most do not. The river moves on. Streets remain passable. Crowds thin but do not vanish. Distance and density still share the same ground.